This is making your mother mold. First, you want to start off by prepping your area. Use a puppy pea mat. Do not put it on your countertop. It will stick to your countertop and it is ridiculous to get off. I know from experience. So we have a part A, part B. Last time for my full body, I only used one, but I think it was slightly too thin because it broke. So I'm gonna use at least 1.5, maybe 2. So we're gonna start off by opening it up and making balls. All right, this is what it should look like. It should be fluffy looking. My first batch that I got when I did Leo, it wasn't fluffy like this. It was actually quite sticky and gross. So now we're gonna make equal sized balls, part A, part B, and I line them up. All right, this is part A and part B prepped. All right, so you're gonna take a part A and a part B, squish them together, and then you're just going to mix them together. You probably should wear gloves for this. Actually, definitely should wear gloves for this. I just don't have any and I forgot to get some. Or maybe even wear a mask because it's actually very strong smelling. So this is the texture that it should be. If it is not this texture, it is not right. My first one, it must have been a bad batch because it was gooey and it was hard and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't even mix it. So that's what it looks like. And then you're going to flatten it out a little. I'm gonna do my front piece where I put that cap, like I said. And I'm gonna push it around the cap. And then you're gonna keep doing this. So you want to be able to access your ears. Ears are prone to getting air bubbles in them. So you're gonna do your mother mold around the ear. That way you can push on it to get the air bubbles out. Or even sometimes you can do, my friend Naomi showed me this. You take a hollowed out Q-tip, you cut the pieces off, and then you stick the Q-tip in, and then that way you can see that the silicone has reached that point. But either way, you want to keep the ears exposed so that we can get the air bubbles out of them. I'm just finishing off the front of the face, around the neck. Alright, so along where the two sides are going to connect, you want it to stick up a little bit. And you're going to make sure that your two sides don't completely touch, but they butt up against each other, because when this stuff dries, it really dries onto it. And I've had to pry it apart before, and I've broken the mother mold by prying it apart. So again, around the ear, make sure the bottom of the ear is out. Alright, so I have struggled with getting my molds to line up the front to the back before, so I'm just gonna do something that I haven't done yet. I'm gonna make like a little notch in like this. I'm gonna get notch in because I haven't been having a whole lot of luck, and maybe this will help. So again, around the ear so you can access it right on the top. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna clean this up afterwards, but that's a okay. So now that I have it like this, I'm gonna use a popsicle stick and I'm gonna go along my creases to make sure that they're not touching. Alright, this is what we have for the head. Now I'm going to do the body. I don't like to do the feet. I like to keep them completely open so I can squish. So we're just going to do a back piece, a front piece, and under the arms to hold the arms from falling down, but I like to leave them exposed so I can squish them to get the bubbles out and squish the fingers to get the fingers out. So I have the piece along the bum on, and now I'm going up the leg. But I don't want it to curl around the legs. My last one did, and I found it a little bit hard to pop it out. I just wanted to be able to hold it shape secure. What? With gravity pulling down on it. Baby. Yes, baby. Alright, so I have done the back, and I left the arms to do with the front. I'm still learning this, honestly, because this is only my second full body. With limbs, it's a lot simpler. So I'm just gonna do a front panel. I'm not gonna do the legs. I have the back part holding the legs up, and I'm leaving it so I can get the air bubbles out of the knees and stuff. You can do a full cover everything if you want, but I did this with my last one and I found that it worked really well to be able to feel for bubbles, and that to me is my absolute kryptonite, is trying to make sure the bubbles are out of the toes. So I decided that I would do the arms and the legs along the back part, and then I will have a chest plate with the shoulders. So I'll just lay the baby into the back part and then scoop the front part over the shoulders and the chest and tummy. So I want them to touch, but I want them to be their own separate pieces too. I've even seen people go through and chisel it out afterwards because it gets stuck there. So it's okay if they're completely touching, but you want them to be their own pieces when you go to take it out. And I'll just go through afterwards and cut that piece out and then push together gently. I decided I would stick popsicle sticks in there so that I can make sure the lines match up as well, just to be safe. I like to put the initials of the baby that I'm making and completely write the name. This is Emma Elizabeth, so we did that. Front and back have it. I decided to do the front half, the front of the body, and the front part of the shoulders. And then the back half is the arms, legs, and back part of the shoulders. Again, I put popsicle sticks in there so that I could line it up. So how it'll work is it'll lay in there, and then the front half will go on, and then I'll strap it all shut. This takes 24 hours to set. It's already, when you touch it, you can feel it's hot, so it's starting to set. The head, you can feel it's already starting to set. So we're gonna put this aside, and in a 24 hours, we're gonna come back and we're going to very gently remove the sculpt from the glove mold.